everyone, this is JayJay LPS here, and today I have a special video for you that is about all my little special collection, but especially the rare little special shops that I have. You are all probably wondering, how am I keeping my little special shops organized this way? Look at them, ooh, pretty. Well, the sad truth is that I can't keep them organized, and I'm gonna show you right now. What is this? But you know what? I kind of found a solution for you guys and for me as well. I recently have found an app called Snaps. A very easy to use application that lets you organize anything you want, from makeup to clothes, from accessories to miniatures, and even little pet shops. With Snaps, you can easily create shelves and share them publicly or not, and add anything to them. You can talk with others online, you can follow anyone in the hope they'll follow you back, and overall have a nice way of sharing your collections with other collectors like you. The LPS that I shared on my Snaps profile are LPS short hairs, my top 10 favorite LPS that you'll also see in this video. And I plan on adding more pets like my LPS customs. I find them more important to display there, and also I keep selling my LPS customs, so that will be an easier way for me to keep them organized, even though sometimes I sell them. I never thought my life can get any easier. I already acknowledge that I don't have the money and the space to organize all my LPS. But now that I found Snaps, I don't have to waste my money because it's free. And it also comes with chat buddies. But my favorite part about Snaps is actually the Moments feature. This feature allows you to post on your profile and tag your collections and friends. Snaps already stepped up their game when it comes to socializing. I was impressed to find some well-known LPS tubers in Snaps. So I clicked the follow button. I even made an LPS group called LPS Stars that I invite you all in. We can talk about LPS, share our collections and opinions. I'm trying to get to 1,000 members, and I would love if you guys joined. I'll make sure to follow everyone who follows me and joins my group. I'll reply to messages, and hopefully you guys will have a nice time in Snaps being organized. So come on, join the fun and show the world your beautiful collections. It's a lot easier to keep your stuff in one place and easily accessible. The links to downloading the app, my profile, and my group will be in the description and also in the pinned comment. Okay, now coming back to my rare little pet shops. Here they are. So I'm going to present you my shelf in general and a couple of details about my LPS collection and the ones that I have on the shelf, because the ones that I have down here are mostly not that rare little pet shops, more common LPS and LPS that I dislike in general. I mean, I have a couple of other LPS rares that are in that box right there, but I am not going to be showing them to you because they feel like they're not that important, and that these ones that are in this shelf are going to reflect more things that I want to say than those ones that are very boring in that box. Goodbye. I'm going to be starting with the more interesting point, and I'm going to be talking about the main 5 little pet shops that I have right here. They're not all rare, of course. There are a couple of LPS customs in here as well, because I like to keep my LPS like this. Not all my short hairs and Great Danes and collies are here, because some of them are on those other 2 shelves, and I didn't put them in here because they are quite big. For example, this LPS custom has a couple of feathers here and there. Mainly I organize them in this way. I put them, the most important ones, in the front, and then the less ones that I use in the back. And when it comes to these part, these are LPS that I'm using in my series that cannot be categorized. So there are like bits of other kind of LPS that I might be using in future series, or that I'm using in series right now. About the rarity of these pets, some of them are more rare than others. For example, this LPS right here is pretty rare. and it's basically an European version of this dachshund. This dachshund has another version without the brown parts, and it's an American one. This one is mainly rare because everyone is looking for it, and I kind of got a good deal on it when I bought it. Maybe this one, but only because this one is a no number pet. Some of them are fake. These two are fake. This one is fake as well, but I couldn't find the real LPS for a good price. This one is fake as well. I think this LPS is pretty rare. People are looking for it. It's not really my favorite, but when I saw it for a good deal, I wanted to get it. So when it comes to this first shelf, I'm going to be telling you the followings. Not all of these pets are rare, but most of them are rare in my country. There are just a couple of exceptions that make these pets not rare, but I'm not going to be talking about it too much because less than 10% of these pets are just favorites, and they are very common. This pet is common, for example, and this turtle right here is common as well. This one is common, but it's one of my favorites. I think this dog is common as well, and there are a couple of others, but most of them are rare. But besides the fact that are rare in my country, in Europe, there are also rares from around the world, and also rares that are particular to a certain country. The first line of little special shops that I have right here are basically my most favorites out of all this bunch of pets. This one is one of my favorites LPS that I ever got my hands on. People say that it's very common to have it, but in Romania was never released. I might be the only one that has this LPS in their collection in my whole country. These two pets and a couple of others that are right here. This one as well. These are part of a collection that was from a long time ago, and most of the bases were not repainted like this one, for example. This one was repainted again, and I have this one here. And these pets, for me in particular, are very rare. Not everyone is looking for them, but I just love them because they're very colorful. They are very different from any other kind of LPS. I mean, you can actually see the difference between these two, and overall they have a special aesthetic to each and any of these special figurines. So moving on to these guys, I think these guys were released in Europe, but in the west side, because again, I have never seen these guys in Romania before. Neither this one. This one might have been in Romania, but I'm not 100% sure. This one maybe, but I'm not very sure about this one. This one is probably a very common LPS. This one was released in Romania, and I remember getting it, but it is a very rare LPS because it was only released in Europe, I think. About this one, I'm not sure if this one is very rare, but again, the rarity might be only available for East Europe, the same as for these two LPS. I know that this one might have been a French release. I know a couple of things about Little Special Shops and about my collection, but I don't know them for sure. I just know that some of them are rare and some of them are not rare. So we'll just have to take a little bit of my word for granted. Besides the fact that some of the LPS were released in certain countries or in certain stores like Toys R Us exclusives or Walmart exclusives. Actually, I have like a Toys R Us exclusive around here, this one, but it is just the G4 pets. Because I've been collecting for so many years, I just figured out that some LPS that were supposed to be sold in Romania or in just Europe in general were not sold in all Europe and were sold in very small quantities, and because they were sold like that, their rarity increased. For example, this little guy here is super rare. It's a blind bag pet, as well as that dasher that I previously showed you, and apparently it's very rare, as well as these two LPS right here. These two are coming from a blight set that was only sold in Europe. The first time when I saw them was on Instagram, and I didn't even knew they existed because they are so rare and nobody ever talks about them. And when I saw them, I was like, Ooh, I'm gonna get them. Other very rare LPS, lots of them are from blind bags or from blight dolls. If I am wrong, please correct me. I appreciate everyone who critiques me for the information that I gave, because I'm not 100% sure. But this LPS came in a set with this LPS deer from here and a Cocker Spaniel that I couldn't get my hands on. Another thing that I recently found was that this pelican is very rare, and apparently this was sold only in Europe. I got it from Romania. I haven't seen anyone have this pet, but I know that it was in my stores because I either got it or my dad got it for me. So another type of little pet shops that are rare and pretty hard to find are those guys that are limited edition little pet shops. I only have a couple of them. I don't have all of them. I think I'm missing the baboon and maybe some other, but I'm not 100% sure. These are the ones that are basically special. Is this koala, but apparently it's not that rare. But then we have the roosters that are very rare, the labradoodle that is rare as well, the kiwi bird, rare, the baboon that I said about previously, and maybe a couple of others. So most of these pets, in my opinion, are rare because I never saw them in the Romanian stores, and because I have been collecting for more than 12 years now, I just want to assume that most of these pets are rare in Romania and not rare specifically for everyone. Even though these Toys R Us exclusives pets are rare, they are rare in Europe, even though they are already rare for America. But overall, the LPS in general, the older generation, it's rare. Every pet that you see here, it's rare. Even this guy. This guy is very rare, and this guy costs money right now, okay? Every LPS that you see here, including those ones, they are rare. So, if you have an LPS, it doesn't matter which one, it's rare anyway. Okay guys, so this was all. I really hope you liked the video. I will probably be making a more detailed video about my LPS collection, maybe sooner or later, I'm not very sure. But I'll probably make a new collection video when I hit 1000 LPS, because I just have a little bit more till I get there. So until that, I really hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed a couple of my information. But again, remember, every LPS that you own right now from the oldest generation is very, very rare and important. And actually, every LPS you have is important because it's your toy and you care about it. And everyone cares about their little pet shops and their toys as well, and everything they own. I'm going to be telling you one more thing before I go about the LPS Tober. I'm sorry that I had to close it that fast, that I couldn't keep my promise to complete the whole LPS Tober, but I'm going to be making a highlight on Instagram for all the things that you did, and I'm going to be featuring your posts on my story. Also about your videos, I'm going to be putting them in a playlist along with my videos from LPS Tober, and I really hope that somehow will make you feel a little bit better. I'm very sorry for actually saying that I will be able to complete this, but I actually couldn't because just personal things came up, and after this video I'll be taking a massive pause from YouTube because the things that I'm going through right now are not okay, and I just need a pause. I haven't taken a pause in a very long time. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching, thank you for understanding, and see you next time. Bye guys, you are already my universe.